at Seawin? Yes?
Yes.
Make sure that you're muted. We are live.
Once I had a darling mother, though I can't recall her name. I had a baby brother who I'll never see again, for the children's home is sending us out on the orphan train to try and find someone to take us in. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We are looking for someone to take us in.
I have stolen from the poor box. I have begged the city streets. I've swapped the bars and poolrooms for a little bite to eat. In my daddy's old green jacket and these rags upon my feet, I've been looking for someone to take me in.
Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We are looking for someone to take us in. Now the children's home, they gathered us, me and all the rest. They taught us to sit quietly until the food was blessed. Then they put us on the orphan train and sent us way out west to try and find someone to take us in. And the farmers and their families, they came from miles around. We lined up on the platforms of the stations in each town, and one by one we parted like some living lost and found. And one by one we all were taken in. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We are looking for someone to take us in. There's many a fine doctor or a teacher in your school. There's many a good preacher who can teach the golden rule, who started out an orphan sleeping in the freezing rain, whose life began out on the orphan train. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We are looking for someone to take us in. Take us in. We have rode the orphan train. Take us in. We need a home. We need a name. Take us in. Oh, won't you be our kin? We are looking for someone to take us in. We are looking for someone to take us in.
There they are, and oh, we're not.
Where are we?
There we are.
Aboard
There
ship.
we
Hey,
are.
hey! Thanks for playing that song in D. I was able to jam with you on the dulcimer.
We sang harmony with ourselves.
Also, so it was very thoughtful. And thanks for doing the song that always makes me cry too.
Right.
Oh yeah, anytime.
Welcome to Fortnight of Doom. And I'm a little overcompressed. Oh, okay. I guess I'm okay. So,
Oh, just relax, okay? Also, move the camera so that there's no space over your left shoulder and my right shoulder shows up.
there's a reason. Okay,
It's a really good shoulder. I've been
there we
working
go.
on it
Okay, that's right,
recently.
yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey. All right. Oh, you're muted.
Hello there. Hello there.
Okay.
We would like to welcome to the other screen Steve Ackerman and Mimi Geibel, collectively known as Waterbound.
Yeah.
Old dear friends and musical hanger outers in various major and minor ways over the decades.
Decades indeed.
Hangers out. I don't know. What is that?
It's been a long time.
Long, strange trip.
Long, strange trip, that's for sure, yeah. Do you guys remember, I will always remember with immense fondness, Rob Folsom's birthday party.
Yes, indeed.
Which Rob Folsom's birthday party?
Well, all of them.
Yes, all of them. That's
All
right.
of them. I mean, that was the point, is that, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Hi
he was
there.
one of those people that it was such a joy that somebody like that was alive.
Oh, yeah, no, it was always fun.
All right. Well, that brings me to the first toast
Yes. Oh, we
to
got
Rob Folsom, to his memory,
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
we'll
and
get the
that bright
glasses.
tenor voice and that great open soul
Yes, indeed.
shine forever.
And that particularly foul mouth of his, yes.
Presente.
Wasn't a bad kisser either.
Remember the first time I did a job with him. He would stalk into what he was doing and then proceed to yell at everybody, and it was an interesting time. So anyway, should we do something?
Yes, we should.
We should do indeed something.
Yeah.
I need to pull something
We've
up.
already done a toast.
We've done a toast.
The
How about we go? Oh, it's
yeah, that one.
right? No, I didn't
the one from the end of the Civil War.
Right.
This is a song that both celebrates the end of slavery and acknowledges the terrible cost. It's called Many Thousands Gone, and has always been done for years. Was always done in a very grandiose kind of oomphy way. And then one night at the Antique Sandwich Company, Heidi Muller came out with her Mountain Dulcimer and just totally changed the song for me. So, thanks, Heidi.
Yeah. Cool.
No more auction block for me. No more, no more. No more auction block for me. Many thousand gone. Many thousand gone away. No more, no more. Many thousand gone, they say. Many thousand gone. No more drivers lash for me. No more, no more. No more drivers lash for me. Many thousand gone. Many thousand gone away. No more, no more. Many thousand gone, they say. Many thousand gone. No more peck of salt for me. No more, no more. No more peck of salt for me. Many thousand gone. Many thousand gone away. No more, no more. Many thousand gone, they say. Many thousand gone. No more children stole from me. No more, no more. No more children stole from me. Many thousand gone. Many thousand gone away. No more, no more. Many thousand gone, they say. Many thousand gone. No more auction block for me. No more, no more. No more auction block for me. Many thousand gone. Many thousand gone away. No more, no more. Many thousand gone, they say. Many thousand gone. Many thousand gone away. No more, no more. Many thousand gone, they say. Many thousand gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. This next one is a British coal miners striking song. And actually, in the coal pits and out around the coal pits, whether it was here in Appalachia or in Britain, they didn't just have strikes. They had wars. I mean, they didn't fart around.
Ugly.
Yeah,
ugly
ugly.
stuff. Yes.
Ugly stuff. So pay attention to the lyrics if you like to hear about ugly stuff.
All right, it's called Blackleg Miner, and do pay attention to the lyrics because the lyrics really do talk about the ugliness of the whole thing. So, okay.
Yeah.
It's in the evening after dawn. Oof. It's in the evening after dawn when the blackleg miner creeps to work. With his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt, there goes the blackleg miner. Well, he takes his tools and down he goes to hew the coal that lies below. There's not a woman in this town row will look at the blackleg miner. It's in the evening
after dark when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner.
Is a terrible place. They rub wet clay in the blackleg's face. Around the heaps they run a trace to catch the blackleg miner. So did again did the Seguil mine. Across the way they stretch a line to catch the throat and break the spine of the dirty blackleg miner.
It's in the evening after dark when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner.
They grab his duds and his pick as well, hide them down the pit of hell.
Down you go and fare you well, you dirty blackleg miner.
So join the union while you may. Don't wait until your dying day.
For that might not be far away, you dirty blackleg miner. Yes, in the evening after dark, when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. It's in the evening after dark when the blackleg miner creeps to work with his moleskin pants and his dirty shirt. There goes the blackleg miner. All right. Well, welcome to Auto Harp Autumn. I just was so.
That was such a brilliant
I love it when stuff like that pops into what's left of my brain.
Yeah.
And seeing as we're kind of behind the schedule on scheduling Fortnights of Doom, and we'll tell you about the novel version that will be coming up in November.
Yes.
November novel, the novel November.
Novel November. There we go. That's the title. Yep,
Okay,
something like
record that somewhere.
that. Yeah, right.
I think we just did. Okay.
Okay. Shall we?
Shall we? Oh, it's time to actually get them playing so that
Exactly. Yes.
right. And
Yeah.
look at the I love that flower there on your auto harp. And all right. So I think we kind of jingle jangled you guys, and these folks are going to kind of just mellow you right out to the point of a cosmic consciousness.
Yeah.
So please welcome once again to the screen, Waterbound, staying nice and dry, we hope.
Dun, 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 dun. There we go.
Ta-ta.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Chris. It's
Thank you.
wonderful to be here.
It is, and the fact that we didn't have to get in the car, drive hours and hours, or throw everything in the van, and which is everything.
Yes.
That's also wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, there are some definite advantages to doing this. So,
Yeah, you guys are instrument heavy like we are. So
Yeah, it's
we're kind of brothers and sisters under the skin there.
It's a freaking production anytime.
I'm going to be doing this one really lightweight. I'm going to just stay on this mandolin. I had a couple tunes I might have done on the octave mando, but it would totally destroy the balance between us. And Mimi will be the one changing. Mostly she plays diatonic harp, so they play in one key only.
Is that like a harp on a diet?
Pretty
It's
much, yeah.
very similar to that, except it's much heavier.
Welcome
So
to the
we'll
Q&A
start
room
with a
really-
traditional tune.
A shallow-bodied auto harp. You know?
Yeah. Traditional tune for you. 1, 2.
Oh, that's brilliant. This is going to be a good show, I can tell you already.
This is why banjo players hate
Certainly
us.
hope so.
My harp is still going,
Yeah.
and still going, and still going.
Doesn't that thing have a volume control?
Just because we got all the reverb and they got none.
I know. Yeah.
Well, this is the traditional, we stole this from Hank Kramer song. Someday we
Hank
want to lead a
stole it-
workshop in songs we have all stolen from Hank
Songs we
Kramer.
stole from Hank.
Yeah, and then, of course, there's a whole workshop on songs that Hank stole from everybody else.
Be a whole other thing. So this is a wonderful song by K.W. Todd. If anybody knows where K.W. Todd is these days, we've lost touch with Keith.
I
Don't
have
know.
his email address.
You do?
You really do.
Yeah, last year I fell down tripped over the cat and caught this finger on the dresser on the way down. And so for last
Hey, don't give my audience the finger. Oh, okay, just
this
make it.
finger.
Don't do that.
Yeah, probably. Well, anyway, so it's traditional for me to do Christmas in the Trenches at the Yuletide concert. So I had learned the arrangement I used from KW. I hired him somewhere
That's right.
decades
Yes,
back
yeah, that's
to
right.
teach me how to play that song the way he did. And so I found him. I think found him first on Facebook, and then got his email address. And anyway, give you guys a handshake email. If I forget to, remind me.
Yes.
We'll email him and thank him for his song about the Oregon
Yeah.
Trail.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah,
It's a
because
great
this is
song.
about
I do it too. It's on our to learn list.
Yeah.
yeah, this is the song we one of the few songs we know about the Oregon Trail. So, all right, let's
Well,
give it a shot.
according from what I remember, it was taken from that he researched diaries of people who had made the trip, and maybe even a diary or two of people who didn't finish the trip.
There was a band that we saw down on the coast? Remember, it was the couple from that pop band, and they did a whole band and a whole show on the Oregon Trail with some great musicians. Yeah.
That's right. I know. I remember that.
Yeah. All right, enough of us.
Okay.
Please play some music.
All right.
Please, yeah. Tell us just.
Here's a health to the Devanos, Jones and O'Malley's, who rode from the east on a slow turning wheel, who forded wide rivers, crossed mountains and valleys, to lose their young lives on the Oregon Trail, where the river ran. There were no ferries, so the captain has to carry a line to the shore. A young man of 20 named Michael J. Devono stepped forward to swim to his final reward. Here's a health to the Devanos, Jones and O'Malley's, who rode from the east on a slow turning wheel, who forded wide rivers, crossed mountains and valleys, to lose their young lives on the Oregon Trail, where the mountains rise. Wagons got heavy, so the ox teams were doubled to light in the road. It's now the ton shackle, while Darcy Jones was strolling. She landed in pieces so far down below. Here's a health to the Devanos, Jones and O'Malley's, who rode from the east on a slow turning wheel, who forded wide rivers, crossed mountains and valleys, to lose their young lives on the Oregon Trail, where the blackbrush grows, the miles they are many, where water is scarcely a prayer in your mind. Big Johnson O'Malley went searching to find some, but the water he found us was tainted with lime. Here's a health to the Devanos, Jones and O'Malley's, who rode from the east on a slow turning wheels, who forded wide rivers, crossed mountains and valleys, to lose their young lives on the Oregon Trail. So my story's told, the people were many, who lived and who died by the light of their dreams. We lay down beside them our love for their journey.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to hear you do the Orphan Train before, and then do another favorite song of mine.
Yeah.
Okay, you can.
Okay.
I asked for some. Oh, now we got to talk about money at
Yes.
one point or another, and we forgot to talk about money in private, so we're going to do it in public.
That's our fault, not yours.
And it is part of our tradition. Is one of the reasons we do this is to support the musicians who haven't been able to gig as much. Although that is changing, that's still sometimes a factor.
Yep.
Anyway, so you have the option of soliciting donations for a online location that benefits you financially,
Well,
or a link to a cause that is dear to you. And I don't know if you've made up your mind yet.
And you know, you can think about it.
You can think about it sometime later in the show.
Yeah.
We can put the touch on the wallets of various friends and relations. Who
Yeah, there we go.
We could do a shout out to at the moment.
Yeah.
This list contains, but is not exclusive to
Right.
Deb Seymour, Susan and Bruce Stout, Deborah Jean, James and the family in D.C., Carly, Kathy Patel, Marielle Saroff. And that's an incomplete list of folks who are joining us. Thank you for joining us, all of you out there.
Yes, indeed. And those are the folks.
Interweb land.
Yes, and those are the folks that are just commenting. There are more.
One
course,
hopes.
but yes, one hopes. Oh, there are.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
That's right. You can count.
I can count. Well, maybe.
well, I will tell
Yeah.
you, I have given money, and I think that where we would like to put our funds, because we feel lucky enough, we live in a land where at least nobody's bombing us, nobody is actively trying to kill us, where our pet is safe and warm, and we have a charity that I've been giving money to, or it's a woman in Ukraine, and she is rescuing dogs and cats that have been abandoned by their owners as their owners have fled the Ukraine.
So do you have an internet address for that?
I have a connection I can send to you, but
You would. Yeah. Well,
you would have to remember, things are slow because I'm one of the great Luddites of the 21st century. So I will get it to you.
Yes.
Can you get it to us during the show?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Oh.
You can probably find it online.
If you could figure out what it is.
If you can even give us what it's called.
Yeah. Then I
people
can.
All right, she's a
probably
YouTube channel, and I believe her title is called For the Love of Pets.
Okay.
For
well,
the love of pets.
I will look for that.
Chris can leap in on during your next set, and we'll get a link for that. And that's just wonderful.
That's great. Very cool.
For all our furry friends.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Okay.
This one.
Besides that, we have an intelligent audience. They've probably found it by now already. So
There is
there's
that
that.
possibility.
Okay.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
do-
Actually, anybody out there who can put in a comment, if you have found the link, please post it in the chat
Absolutely.
or in
There we go.
whatever it is.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
No.
Oh no, we got to do.
Got to
this,
get your
right.
graphic out.
Right. Yeah.
All right. It's time for the first
Folky
Folky Inquisition, and actually we have Mimi to thank. Or
I'm
was
going to
it
do a swipe this
Steve
time.
and
There
Mimi,
we
or
go.
just Mimi,
There we go.
to thank for this question?
We collaborated.
Yes.
They collaborate. Oh, well, that's even better. I love it when people collaborate. All right. Okay, so which member of Peter, Paul, and Mary has a different first name? Okay. One more time. Which member of Peter, Paul, and Mary has a different first name? So one of those people, the name that's there isn't their first name. It's probably their middle name or something. So I'm sure there's a way to look that up, and we hope that somebody will answer that and get something from our trove of crappy merchandise. So there. That is the Folky Inquisition for today. You have been warned.
Yes.
Once again, which member of Peter, Paul, and Mary has a different first name for Peter, Paul, and Mary? There you go.
Okay. All right. Should we do a tune?
Yeah. How about two of them?
Two of them. We could do two tunes.
I need to get a guitar.
Go get a guitar.
Jeez.
Okay. So we should mention that it looks pretty good for the most part right now, but Shoestring Studios, which is actually the official name of my studio, and thus this is undergoing transition. Out in the backyard, I have a nice large shed, which will soon, well, not soon, sometime next year will start becoming my new studio, and so it'll be like way better than this. So it might actually look the same. I don't know. But
Okay.
we'll see. So
Maybe.
wrong.
Did you turn me down, or should I
did. No,
sit a little further back?
No, I did. I turned you down.
Our sound person is Sally. There, off in the ether. She lets us know by text if we're doing anything too gross.
And there's the occasional "you suck" in there as well.
Oh, come on. No, she does. I mean, if she's going to say that, she'll give a reason.
Well, man.
Well-reasoned reason.
Okay, good.
But enough about Sally. Love you, hon. I once had a girl, oh should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. Well, I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning and started to laugh. I told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit a fire. Isn't it good, Norwegian wood? Trying to see if I can get the kind of sustain out of this guitar that you can get out of that auto harp. It went for about half an auto harp. What's the next song? What do I play on it?
It would be that famous song that we are required to do every single time we play.
Oh, good. I don't have to change instruments. That's
All
music
right.
I've heard all day. Just keys.
So this is a sing-along because you all know it.
All right. So Steve and Mimi will expect to see your mouths move because we can see you. Can everybody see them?
Yes, absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
So it's sort of almost more like a song circle. That's kind of
There we go.
cool.
There we go.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right,
No,
though.
that doesn't sound right. Yeah.
Okay, say something clever.
Okay. Well, one thing to mention about this is that unlike some of the original version of this has a happy ending to it. Otherwise, it's a completely dismal song, as lovely as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as nice a job as Peter, Paul, and Mary did on it.
Right. Exactly.
Not all their
Oh,
original first
man.
name. Do we have an answer?
I think we have an answer.
Holy moly! Oh, this is so exciting because I don't. If you've been with us over the months, there's been times when neither of them came up with answers.
Okay, and it is, and it's where's the answer to the question?
Right there.
Yeah, and the answer, of course, it is Noel Polstuki. So
Noel Paul
Noel
Stuckey.
Polstuki.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
so
Yay!
that's
Who
Kathy
did it? Who
Cottrell.
did it? Who's that smart person?
That would be Kathy, I think. Is it Yep.
Kathy Patel.
Ms. Bertel, you
Ms.
have...
Patel,
yeah,
this is for you.
We'll send you some crappy merchandise.
Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sail. Jackie kept a lookout perch on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whene'er they came. Pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Oh, Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Here's the sad part. Dragons live forever, not so little boys. Painted strings and dragons' wings give way to other toys. One gray day it happened, little Jackie came no more. Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. His head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer went to play along that cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, simply crept into his cave. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. But miracles still happen. Puff did not stay alone, for Jackie's grown and married and has children of his own. One spring bright with promise came a knock on Puff's front door, and Puff, that joyful dragon, went back out to play once more. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, still lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Oh, Puff, the magic dragon, still lives by the sea and frolics in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu.
There we go.
Okay. Well,
Okay, what are we doing next?
what are we doing now? What we're doing is enjoying some of their music.
Okay, well, brilliant.
Oh, I could do that for for more than 2 songs.
Absolutely.
I could do that for 10 or 20, but I think they only prepared 8. So.
All right, over to you guys.
Well, sometime during the pandemic, Steve had a thought, and that thought was,
What if Ernst Holst, instead of writing for large 19-piece woodwind groups, wrote for the auto harp?
because of course he probably
So,
just,
so I took the first suite by Ernst Holst, a staple of the classical band repertoire, and arranged it for auto harp and mandolin. Rather than 19 woodwinds, I tell you, it was a task distilling 19 orchestral parts down to just 2. But I strongly suspect this is something you have never heard before on the auto harp.
Yep.
Wow.
That is just amazing.
What a project.
Oh.
My God.
Well, it kept them off the streets at night, so I was kind of glad.
That's right. So,
Yeah, I know.
And
so after I did that,
after,
and it's all the pandemic's fault. After I did that, I started to think, and Mimi has to change instruments here. If you were keeping score, that was a CF, 2-key semi-diatonic harp. We are now transitioning to the GD semi-diatonic. Anyway, so I got to thinking, what if Vivaldi had written for the auto harp? Because you know, there are only so many things that us mandolin and banjo players do. In bluegrass jams, you either play the chord progression or you improvise on it. If you're in an Irish band, everybody plays the melody all the time, all melody all the time. And in the classical and Baroque thing, you actually tell each instrument what to play very specifically. You do this now you do this, now you do this.
this is my life, actually. He says to
And-
me, "You do this,"
And I
you
say
do
to
that,"
I say to
and I
Mimi,
just go,
okay,
"Okay."
you're going to play this, and she says, yes, indeed, I will. So I wrote a lot of stuff during the pandemic, and if you would like, you could contact the Whateverly Brothers, and they'll put you in contact with me. Or our auto harp website is goodnaturedautoharp.com. And my mandolin website is bluemando.com. And I have published all of these tunes that I wrote. And the Holst is available in a published book arranged for auto harp. And
Keep this one. I'm gonna
we would be happy to supply. You can play it on violin. It can be done on all kinds of instruments. Just
So-
imagine. So here is the Cascade Variations,
Which is a Baroque piece that
a
that he wrote.
modern Baroque piece for auto harp and mandolin. Cascade Variations.
Damn.
Oh my God! I think there's like the beginnings of a fad list.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
You just collectively blew us away.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
so
is
you know.
Mozart next, by the way?
I have no idea.
I think.
Okay.
How about Van Williams?
That
That
would
is a relatively difficult piece to play
I,
on the auto
Von
harp.
Williams in those, the 20th century, and you're getting like pastel chords that you'd have to make some new pads for the auto harp.
Oh yeah.
I think luckily because I haven't played a chromatic harp in ages, and I think that saves me from the more modern composers. Thank goodness.
It would, yeah.
well,
No,
you know, he's one of my favorite
yeah.
composers.
But you
period.
could play, what is it, John Cage's 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
I could, yes.
The one where the guy where the player comes up and sits at the piano for 3 minutes and 26 seconds and then goes away. You can do that on the auto harp.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay,
you
and
got
I guess it's video time.
Video time, but you
Oh,
have-
I was going
you
to
can
say one
something,
thing. I was
yeah.
going to add to this Noel Paul Stuckey, the fact that today would have been my father's 99th birthday, and he was christened or whatever, Eugene Douglas Roberts, but everybody knew him as Doug. And Steve, I know you remember having lots of fun times with my dad. But anyway, today would have been his 99th birthday, which means that next year, 1 year from today, I can apply for his FBI file. And it's going to be really good reading.
Oh no.
I may not see Dan for a while.
So, anyway, happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah, happy
Wherever
birthday.
you are.
I never got to meet him, which
Poor
was
guy.
just, I know.
You missed somebody fun.
I regret that. So
All right.
alrighty then. So now we're going to do a video. This is the second it's a second song from the second episode of Assorted Music on Bitter Lake. This was actually what we did for Tumbleweed. We got I got bored with trying to figure out how to do a video sort of in front of something. So Dan and I proceeded to do the first year we did it, which was 21. We did one song and introduced everything from his boat on Bitter Lake. So this year, because we didn't have enough time, we did the whole thing on Bitter Lake. And so we did three a cappella tunes, and this is the second one. It should be mentioned that this is a song you folks have heard us before, but I don't know that they've heard this version of it. This is our version of the preferred
our version of Tanqueray Martinizo, customized for the Tri-Cities.
Exactly.
So when the landmarks mentioned in the song will be familiar to those who either live in the Tri-Cities or have spent enough time to know a few landmarks.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there.
And without further ado, here we go. So I'm going to stop this. Now, what are we doing? Oh, we're doing this one. So,
Tanqueray.
Yeah, Tanqueray. So we have, 5 versions of this now, don't we?
Something I think it's closer to 4, but we'll work on it.
Yeah.
It just depends on where we do the song.
That's right. And this because this is a Tri-Cities version, we came up with a Tri-Cities version of this song. This was an East Coast song.
Written by the late lamented John Campbell out of Rhode Island.
Yep. And then a certain duo from Portland got a hold of it. And
Gordy and Jonathan.
And they did a version of it. And then we got a hold of it. And we just sort of came up with some other bits. And of course, this is about, if you're a sailor, if you sail, this is really very close to home. And
if you're a chicken like us.
yeah, right. Okay. Gee, it says.
Well, we sailed out of Pasco town with a fleet of string pots all around. We went from up on deck, the call came down. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. And all the captains and the crew must have the drink you can see right through. There's really nothing else will do. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. So haul the sheet back with one hand. Set your drink down if you can. And never sail out of sight of land. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. It's 9 pots gin to 1 vermouth. The sailor's friend, if you wanna. From Columbia Park to Chiawana, Tanqueray Martinis, oh, makes Finley girls look so fine, rigged loose up front and loose behind, and with a packing slip by Calvin Klein. Tanqueray Martinis, oh, so haul the sheet back with one hand, set your drink down if you can, and never sail out of sight of land. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. This sailing life's the life for me. The boat ain't cheap, but the wind is free. Really? And if you can't make way in a dead calm sea, there's Tanqueray Martinis, oh. And we don't flinch when the boat does heel. The short straw has to man the wheel, while the rest turn green staring at the keel. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. So haul the sheet back with one hand, set your drink down if you can, and never sail out of sight of land. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. To Clover Island we did put in, we being nearly out of gin. To continue on would be a sin. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. The captain's laid out on the floor. He'd been elected to get some more, but he broke his leg trying to get on shore. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. So haul your sheet back with one hand, set your drink down if you can, and never sail out of sight of land. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. As we sailed back to Pasco town, we struck a shoal and ran aground. Ow! But we don't care, pour another round of Tanqueray Martinis, oh. When the urge next comes to sail away, I think that we'll just spend the day with the anchor dropped in our mooring bay. Tanqueray Martinis, oh. So haul the sheet back with one hand, set your drink down if you can, and never sail out of sight of land. Tanqueray Martinis, oh.
Oh well. So there should be a lesson in there somewhere. I don't know what it is. But,
Make sure you got all your batteries.
better, yeah.
So that
And
was
we are back.
that was the number 2 audience favorite online, and
Yeah.
the favorite was the one that you guys did. So
Yeah.
we've got numbers 1 and 2
Yeah, there we go.
wrapped up, at least until it
Yeah.
changes, which may happen.
Yeah, no,
You never
yeah.
know.
No, I have access to the actual stats for most watched for the tumbleweed stuff. And by the way, you should all know that we plan to continue the virtual tumbleweed going. So there will continue to be a video presence, much as we did. So you can look forward to Series 3. And I'm just wondering if, Dan, maybe you'll wash the boat before.
Yeah,
that.
I'll be washing it this spring. I was going to do it, but instead I got a winter cover on it for the first time.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it until I looked at the video. I looked at the video and I went, "Oh my God, that just looks so awful."
Who crapped on the side of my boat? All right, so get your graphics
Oh,
ready.
and that's a good point. Yes, and by the way, we should mention on that. I'm sorry. Sally, I was pointed out, but Sally was the videographer on that particular.
But he messed with it, with some of it to make her look bad, is what. So.
No, I did not. I did not at all. I would never do that.
Okay.
No.
She was saying that the one we did last time.
Oh yeah, well it was
that
like
one he did.
yeah.
Okay.
So we screwed around a bit with that.
Okay.
One, so yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do.
So
what
this
we're
one,
doing
this one was more straightforward. Okay, let's see. Donation link. I have a winner. What was that donation name? So that's been posted for.
It's been posted
on both YouTube and
Yep.
that other one, Facebook, Meta.
For the love of pets.org, and the links are in both channels there. So
I mean, it's bad
Yeah.
enough.
yeah. So that's very
Okay.
cool. All right.
People, we really have to learn how to treat each other better.
Absolutely.
Okay, so with that in mind, ta-da-da-da-da.
Ta-da. Okay, we're gonna do a circle this time. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Can anybody actually read that?
Well, let me put it back up. There we
Okay.
go. The Folky
Okay.
Inquisition.
And this is a vocabulary thing, and actually this word shows up in the next song we're going to do, it's interesting because it was written within our lifetimes to sound like it was written 200 or something years ago. So anyway, and the word for today's word is kine, K-I-N-E. Once again, kine, K-I-N-E. What are, and it is plural, kine.
Okay. All right.
And now we'll put that into a song.
That we shall.
Can't remember who wrote this. I got it from Fairport Convention. It's the late, very lamented Sandy Denny doing the lead.
Yep.
I'm kind of in a Sandy Denny cult, which is kind of weird.
Well, and for good reason. Yeah.
I've stolen several songs from her in the last couple of years,
Yeah. Well.
including this.
And so this is she moved through the fair, and of course my question was always, okay, she moved through the fair, but what happened when she came out the other side?
I think she died.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. So she
Right,
moved
remember
through the
that she
fair,
comes-
and somebody knocked her off outside the
I don't
fair?
know what happened. According to in the fourth verse, she shows up as a ghost.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ghost
Yeah,
story.
we usually do well. Like last night when we at the C&P Coffee House, we did this one, and it was paired with Molly Cockles and Mussels
Yeah,
because they
two
both
ghost
have
songs.
ghosts in them.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
So-
that should, yeah. Okay, go.
we should actually do it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My young love said to me, my father won't mind, and my mother won't slight you for your lack of kind. And she came close beside me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. She stepped away from me, and she moved through the fair, and fondly I watched her move here and move there. Then she went her way homeward with one star awake, as the swan in the evening moved over the lake. And the people were saying, no two were e'er wed, but one has a sorrow that never was said. And she smiled as she passed me with her goods and her gear, and that was the last that I saw of my dear. I dreamt it last night, my young love came in, so softly she entered that her feet made no din, and she came close beside me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day.
Yeah. All right.
So we're following that up with a
Oh, yes.
premiere, where we both have to change instruments.
All right.
We'll let him change first.
All right.
We're working in a cramped. Now, is there going to be more room in the new studio?
Yes.
Good.
I think.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. It's a 10 by 20 shed, which we split kind of down the middle, in the middle. One for control room and office, the other one for recording studio. So, yeah. Well, the author of this particular song, we premiered it last night, and so this is the second time we fresh new music. What's his name?
Scott Cook.
Scott Cook. I first met Scott Cook actually at the Juan de Fuca Festival many years ago. He appeared on my stage and promptly proceeded to, and nobody had ever heard of him at least not from around here, and proceeded to blow us all away with just what an astonishing songwriter he is. If you come across him, you need to listen to his music. And he, at the time at least, was traveling around in a minivan. That was what he was living in, and just pretty much being a nomad. And one of the kinder, nicer, and just I loved his songs. And this is we've been
a true natural gentleman.
Absolutely, a gentle person and a gentleman. And this song is one of his, and yeah.
All right, this is our political statement for today.
It's called "Fellas Get Out of the Way."
Get out the way.
Get out the way. Sorry, yeah.
There's a whole lot of uppity women still not satisfied with the deal. Let me start that again.
Okay, you start that again.
There's a whole lot of uppity women still not satisfied with the deal. We let 'em ride right alongside, now they want to take the wheel. But fellas keep staying, we've got this. It's the way it's always been done. But all the scriptures say a woman should obey. Didn't a man write every last one? Well, we take a little lesson from history. The priests, generals, and kings. There's nothing like long experience to really make a mess out of things. So fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. You've had your turn, you've had your say. Fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. They want choice and pay equality. It's a wonder how they rant and rave. Back in the day, we just knock 'em on the head and drag 'em on back to the cave. And we're still flexing that privilege, though we found ways to ignore it. And ever subtler ways of saying she must have been asking for it. So fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. You've had your turn, you've had your say. Fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. I thank God that she made women. Every time I'm in a crowd of guys. Without us, they could do just fine. Without them, we'd be Lord of the Flies. Whoever said it was guys before gals? Well, that's a load of malarkey. If there's any hope for this whole show, we gotta bring on the matriarchy. So fellas, get out the way. Sing along. Fellas, get out the way. You've had your turn, you've had your say. Fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. Got a friend 35 years married, backs his wife up however he can. Happy wife, happy life, seems to me he's a reasonable man. Got a gal friend tougher than me. If you cross her, there'll be hell to pay. When I hold the door, it ain't chivalry. Nah, I'm just getting out of her way. So fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. You've had your turn, you've had your say. Fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. One more time. Fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out the way. We've had our turn, we've had our say. Fellas, get out the way. Fellas, get out. Fellas, get out the way.
There they are.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, love that song. I even did that last year, 2021 was our 50th reunion for my Pomona College graduating class, and that I always bring a song to reunion, and so I made a video. I'm sorry I did it. I stole our shared.
When we have a winner.
We have a winner. Another two win. This is historic, y'all.
This is like really historic. It's like, man.
I can't remember the last time we had winners for both questions.
I know. So the winner from the Stouts would be Cattle. Cattle.
All right,
Yes,
yeah.
there we go. Okay. There'll be
I
some.
ran into it first in the King James version of the Bible. Maybe that's where they got it first too. And I don't know, but yeah.
Man, we're gonna mark this episode.
Dang. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. What are we doing? Where are we going?
What are we doing? I don't know what's next.
I think it's
probably them.
It should be them. Yes.
Yes, it is. It is.
So
really.
please.
I go.
Please.
I have to say, I like that last song. Being a graduate of a women's college, that's right
Which
up my
one?
alley. I went to Mount Holyoke.
You did. Oh,
Yes,
I
indeed.
got my teaching credential at Mills because they let men in the graduate departments.
Yeah, that just shows what a quality guy you are.
We'll just leave that to
Well, Mills
Sally.
is actually a really good school. I don't
Yes.
know
It's
what
an
they were doing
excellent school.
with me there, but
Yeah.
actually, my mom ended up teaching a class there several years later, so it stayed in the family.
Yeah. All right. Well, so please regale us.
So this is another tune that pretty much we could see the pandemic was more of an excuse for Steve to stay home and create mischief, and so we've listened a lot to the Swedish band Vessen, and for reasons I've yet to figure out, Steve thought, well, yes, I gotta write me a polska, and I'm going, but we're not Swedish, and he's like, and your point's what exactly? So he wrote this lovely polska, and the polska is called Porcini's Polska, and this is because we own a great big gray tabby cat whose name is Porcini, who for the first year or so of his life lived on our front porch because he wanted to, not because we made him. And he's still here. He might start singing himself any moment.
Sometimes he sings, and we do not have a mute control for the cat. So polskas we discovered we loved them because for a song in 3/4 they're very hard to count. They just don't seem like they're in 3/4. They're certainly not waltzes. They seem like they have extra beats lying every here and there.
Oh, is that why
Hey,
you like
baby.
it?
In jams, we've even been accused of, oh, that's a crooked tune. You shouldn't play a crooked tune in a jam. Well, they're not crooked. They're just hard to count. You only
So-
have to count to 3, but they're hard.
So here is Porcini's Polska.
that's
As far as I'm concerned, you could just play that again. Encore. That was so good.
It's a fun tune.
It is a fun tune.
So then after that, I wrote this other little tune here.
Named after, we like to name some of our tunes out of places that we are really quite fond of, and the British Columbia coast and all the little places along it are near and dear to our hearts. So this is a tune Steve wrote called the Departure Bay Hymn.
Oh.
Let me just scoot this over a little bit. All right, there we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so sweet. All right.
Okay.
Well, we're going to kind of gearing up to do our last song, and after that, Steve and Mimi will play us out. So before we do our last song, we have all the kind of announcement things.
Yes, we have
one
many.
on cleaning up what's left of the Folky Inquisition.
Uh-huh.
We have kind of a double winner on both questions. That's Denny Wheeler. Denny, if you are listening to the sound of my voice, please send your email, or not your email, good grief.
Just email us your address.
Your terrestrial address.
Yeah.
You can send that to the Waterbury Brothers.
Or Dan or I.
.com, or if you have me or him,
Yeah.
just somehow get that to us.
Yeah.
But
I was not paying attention to YouTube.
Are you info at the WaterburyBrothers.com?
I am, which I need to actually add it back because I removed it for a bit. I
Ooh.
need to add it back.
All right,
yeah.
so somehow let us know so we can send you something from our trove of crappy merchandise. Now, I alluded to the idea of a Fortnight of Doom next month, and we're going to kind of do a squashed together thing because we kind of ran out of weekends.
Yes.
So we're going to be at the Poof Buzzard in beautiful downtown Greenwood on November 19th, which I believe is a Saturday. So that part works.
Yep.
And they have facilities for online broadcasting.
So we'll be live streaming, which we've done several times there.
We've done that several times before.
Yep.
But we will keep as much of the Fortnight of Doom outline or
framework,
whatever. There's another better word that's not coming into my brain at the moment. Sequencing, whatever it's called. Format.
There
we go.
Format.
Finally it gets there. How long it takes a 73-year-old brain to find the right word. Anyway, crank. Smoke coming out the other side. Okay, anyway, so we will be there with or without special guests. We're still kind of cogitating upon that veritability.
Right.
But
there'll be the Folk Inquisition, and there will be a video not for the folks that are there, but it'll be for the online folks. So
that will be the intermission.
That'll be the intermission because we do intermission there. So
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
so with that in mind,
yes.
Also remember what was the link to for the sake for pet no for pet's sake no
For the sake of pets.
For the sake of pets. For pet's sake.
Loveofpets.org. There we go.
For loveofpets.org. You see, we'll mess it up as best we can. For loveofpets.org, a noble cause. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go home and send them some money myself.
Yeah.
I could probably, if I was better at technology, I could do it from my phone right here. But all right. Cool. So, anywho,
right.
So we're waiting on our.
She's right here.
Oh, there she is.
All right, come on in.
Here she comes.
So, special guest Jan is going to come in and join us on this one because she did it.
Woohoo!
She did a rather nice on the fly harmony last time around. So, we will do this, and I need to get the actual.
I am the lady of the house, so I'm on call at any moment for additional harmonies.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
I need a note of some sort.
I need a note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. Because I forgot to get a thing we came to do the note with. Hang on. Where's my note thing?
It says A and E.
Yeah, that's about right, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. My note thing. Here we go. Oh,
You guys are so.
we're so organized.
No, that's not it. Okay.
So we've not rehearsed this. This is just kind of on the fly.
There
we go. That's right. That's right.
I think it's lowered, isn't it?
No. First note is
no,
E. No, the first note is E.
Oh, there we go. Much
There
better.
we go.
Yes, okay, yeah.
That's why I do the first note.
Oh, my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so fair? You may live in this garden if you keep the grasses green. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord, he said unto me, do you like my garden so pure? You may live in this garden if you keep the waters clean. And I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord. And he walks walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord he said unto me, do you like my pasture so green? You may live in this garden if you will feed my lambs, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord, and he walks in his garden in the cool of the day. Then my Lord he said unto me, do you like my garden so free? You may live in this garden if you keep the people free, and I'll return in the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. Now is the cool of the day. This earth is a garden, the garden of my Lord, and he walks in his garden in the cool of the day.
Thank you, Jan.
Thanks, Jan. That was great.
All right.
Thanks for asking me, guys.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Very nice.
And it was. So we're gonna have Steve and Mimi play us out, but now is the time when Chris is going to put the Zoom address or Zoom link. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. The Zoom link out on both Facebook and YouTube. And so after they finish and we say goodbye, you can say hello, and we can say hello. We'll just have a little bit of a Zoom gathering afterwards, and I'll go home and have dinner.
Yeah, so
That would be lovely.
we'll go off of live first once you're done, and then we'll hang out and do a little hangout.
So once again, thanks to Steve and Mimi for hanging out with us, and a toast. We've been sort of short on toast today, but a toast to our audience. As always, thank you very much for sharing the time and ideas and thoughts and feelings and whatever with us. All right, take it away there, Steve and Mimi.
Well, we would like to say also thank you, Chris. Thank you, Dan, for having us be a part of your lovely gathering here.
Thank you.
Goodness knows, I think the hardest part of this has been not being able to play music with your friends, to quote Willie Nelson. And so we are thrilled to be able to come and at least share music with you guys.
Yeah.
We're going to end up with a traditional tune. It's called The Slangs Polska after Biskale. We did not write this. It's a traditional Swedish tune. We heard the band Vesson.
It is a polska.
And it is a polska, and it's just a lot of fun to us. So we'll give it a go. Let's try that again. That was just a complete crash and burn there.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, well, thank you. And I forgot a couple of announcements. My bad. First of all, the Whateverly Brothers, accompanied by our emeritus friend Rob Neisler, will be holding forth at Egan's Jam House in beautiful downtown Ballard.
For a very Whateverly Christmas.
And we're trying to publicize this a lot in advance because we're going to have to keep you up late because Egan's had already booked the 7 o'clock show, so we're doing the 9:30 to 11 o'clock show. So sleep in
Yeah,
on the morning of December 17th,
right.
so that you can stay up late and party
18th,
with us.
actually, yeah.
The other thing earlier that you don't have to sleep in for is the annual Yule_Tide concert put on by MaritimeFolkNet.org, which is where you can find more information about this as it comes in. The information I can give you right now is that Hank Kramer will be headlining the show. And the Whateverly Brothers will probably try to do something if we can grab Chris away from the knobs and dials.
Right, and that will be both. That will be a hybrid show as well.
Yeah, you'll be able to actually buy tickets. I think we're going to use the same platform that the Seattle Folklore Society uses, and you'll be able to buy either online or live tickets through that. So you just kind of haunt MaritimeFolkNet.org.
Right.
For that kind of thing.
And we'll be mentioning it too as we go forward with this. So once we know more about it, then we'll do that. Yes.
Yeah,
So yeah. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
And I almost forgot the other act that actually has already been booked.
Yep.
Tom Rawson,
Yes,
his
indeed.
lovely
Yep.
wife Ellen. I guess it's now called My Canadian Girlfriend, and We're Still Together.
Yes.
It's the title's getting longer.
Yeah, I know. That was what it was at Tumbleweed, but who knows? It may change.
All right. So sorry to rattle on.
Yes,
Breaking
all right.
the rule of and a clean musical ending, unless you want to play us out with one more song.
You have one more song at all, or?
What? Is the Pope Catholic?
We could go on and on and on.
All right, give
Well,
us.
just one more to play us out. Thank you very much.
Good.
Sure.
Yes.
Give
Okay,
us a
hang
second.
on.
I just take purple.
Meanwhile, Bo says bye.
Both, yeah.
Bo says bye.
For
So
the
this
love
is,
of pets.org.
Yeah, that's we all brought our pets. We showed you Porcini here a minute ago.
Yes, we
This
saw
is
her.
a traditional tune, the Shepherd's Wife's Waltz, and I made Mimi play it traditionally while I play it weird. So this is like, well,
My life, yes.
What if Vivaldi played variations on the Shepherd's Wife? It could happen.
us out. Thank
Yes.
you for
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well,
So here we're going to close the stream and see whoever shows up on Zoom.
Yep.
The Zoom link has been posted.
Yep.
So join us for a little howdy.
yeah.
And